It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them Canada Dry.
So this is the part where I say, holy shit, it's an amazing show. And then this is the part where Lord Ryan Rich says,
hit the music.
Climb for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Oh, man, are you guys in for a treat? We are 3 days away, my friend. Oh, yeah. 3 days, I say. 3 days away from Grand Slam in the beautiful country of Australia. If you've not been there, I suggest plan at least a week and a half because it's going to take you about half a week to travel there. But I'm doing good, Noob. How you doing? I successfully flew 27 hours to fly to Australia. It was a
treat.
It was a treat. It was very different. I slept a lot on the plane. I had to get used to Australian time, which is all jacked. It was a long story. Anyways, not only am I your look, a toy. Ooh, a toy. Ooh,
you know what? Fruit Cat is really rubbing off on you.
You know, I just watched a little Will Ferrell the other day where he was being the cat, and it just kind of reminded me. I saw the cat toy there, and I was like, you know what? I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a effing bitch. I'm Canada effing dry, damn it. Now, apparently, I bear a striking resemblance to the singer Morrissey.
To Michael Smith? Yeah, a little bit.
Not Michael Smith, the singer. Morrissey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Morrissey. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Morrissey. No, Michael Smith. No,
Michael Smith. I'm sorry. I took a lot of vitamins today, so I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, Tim Tobin and that was Tim Tobin and Bryce Newcomb's recollection that I look like the singer Morrissey.
You look like an 80s version of Morrissey. You definitely don't look like Morrissey now. That guy's got hair white as snow.
No, but they showed a picture of him holding a kitten, and they said it looked like me.
Yeah, no, I won't disagree with it at all. I think you look a decent amount like Morrissey. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it, but you never see it in yourself, right?
No, I don't, because I've had multiple people tell me that I look like Bruce Willis from Pulp Fiction, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't see it.
Yeah, like I think that's weak sauce just because you're bald and you have a goatee.
Yeah, I generally will be like, wow, you look like this bald guy from this TV show that I was watching. I'm like, yeah, Kojak.
Like, I feel like if you did a Stone Cold Steve Austin day where you wore the 316 shirt.
Well, when I used to
wear the glasses.
I used to have earrings, like 2 hoop earrings, and I used to wear shorts, and I used to wear my old school Doc Marten boots. So I would be confused as either a Nazi or I'm a cosplayer and I'm cosplaying Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I have worn his shirt on several occasions as dressed up like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What color eyes do you have?
Brown.
Yeah, see, you gotta be Stone Cold with brown eyes.
What? I'm just saying. I'm sure the look. But people used to say I look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't get it. But okay.
I can see Mr. Clean. You pulling off of Mr. Clean.
I've dressed up as Mr. Clean for Halloween before. I shall probably most likely do it again.
Oh, yeah, you would have to white your goatee, right?
Yeah. I know. I have to shave it off. He doesn't have a goatee.
Oh, he doesn't have one.
No.
Didn't he used to have one?
I used to have one, yeah, at one time. And
yes, he had one at one point.
The big cloud eyebrows. So, yeah.
Yeah, now he looks more like a white Samuel Jackson.
He does, yes. He does. A white Samuel L. Jackson. Well, let's ask the guy beneath us. Who are you and what do you do, my
Who are
friend?
you and where did you come from?
Well, I came from a place called Your Dreams, and I am AFW's international sex symbol. I am Lord Ryan Rich. Glad to be with you, gentlemen, this evening.
I'm telling you right now, Marty. I'm telling you right now. I am like Goldberg good. Not Goldberg, professional wrestler and guy who has ended careers and thinks he knows cars. No.
So, Jippy, are you paying attention to these World Cup things with the hockey? The Four
I
Nations
am.
Cup?
Yeah, I'm recording it right now as we speak.
So it's Canada 3, Sweden 1. What do you got on the USA?
I don't know. I have it's all recording on the TV.
Oh, you don't want any spoilers on that.
No, I don't know. I don't want to know. I want
Spoiler-free.
to see how bad the U.S. loses. That's what I want to see.
They played Finland. I don't know. Finland's.
I mean, ultimately, let's be honest. In reality, on paper, it should be the U.S. versus Canada. Like, screw the two other countries that are playing. Why are they even involved?
Oh, you just go straight and do the series, right?
Yeah, just do a best of 3 and call it battle at the border. And
No, best of 7. You just
Best
do
of
straight best
7.
of 7.
Exactly. Yeah, whatever. Just do something with just Canada and the U.S. Like, you want to have
like
you want European teams, then create Team Europe. And
I hate it when they do a European union team.
And then do Russia.
When then they have the young stars, I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah. Have like the Russians, like it's U.S. versus Canada, Game 7. US
without the Russians, I get why the Russians aren't in it though.
Yeah, they get ready to score the goal, and then a Russian skater just comes out of nowhere and hits him in the head with a chair, and we have the start of another series. I mean, it writes itself. Oh God, you ain't kidding, Tiff. I am, in fact. You're Mr. Clean. You know what? At some point, most likely on a Wednesday night show when I've taken quite a few vitamins, I will come on dressed up as Mr. Clean and do the show in a British accent. Try to stab somebody. I'm excited about the new.
Hey, throw that back up. Throw that by
Love
Marty's last comment.
Marty. Yeah.
This is 100% true. I spent the most time in the penalty box that a junior hockey league has ever seen. I spent a total of 75 minutes out of a total of 94 minutes in the penalty box in the 4th grade junior league. And then I did try to stab someone in that same league with a skate, but I would like to say that he took my sister out on a date and didn't call her again. So I felt like I had that right.
Is this
I can literally see I can see like 4th grade Lord Ryan Rich sitting in detention, getting inked little thuggin', and just wrecking havoc on the world. Like that to me warms my heart. That's a show I would watch from day one. And that's all I'm saying.
It's now 3-2 for Canada.
3-2. All right. Canada. Now they're this is the problem with Canada. Canada plays not to lose. Where other teams
I think that Canada's got a lot of firepower up front.
Yeah.
But their defense and their goalie are kind of questionable.
Yeah. You know what Canada's problem is? They're too nice. Every time someone tries to check them, they just go, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, yeah, take the puck, eh?
Here, you take the puck.
I would say that that's not true. I think in hockey, that's when the true Canadian comes out. And they just bash the shit out of you.
Oh, I was going to say they become more nice.
No. like we're sorry. Like Canadians are sorry until you're sorry. There's like, we're sorry. If there's a little brush, we'll be nice. But then say you like push us and we're like, oh no, you didn't, eh?
They have this.
I see you guys lining up on the balloon line and be like, "How's your mother doing, eh? I heard she was in the hospital." Oh, good. That's glad to hear.
Well, we've been praying for her at my church.
Yeah, we put in tons of prayers, just loads of them.
Yeah, I got it on the prayer board in the locker room, eh? It's wicked good. Now they have
a couple of Molsons, had a good prayer group and everything.
They have this chip when you're born. They put a chip in. It's all part of the universal health care. This is the reason why the U.S. doesn't do it. There's a chip. And it makes you nice. It makes you decent as a human being. Except when you're on the ice in a hockey game where it matters. Then the chip gets activated and you go nuts. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, look, it's Aaron Newcomb, also known as the AFW Sheriff.
The Sheriff of AFW. Good evening, good sir. Good evening. I call him
the man who rocks your face off.
So it's Wednesday night. We have to talk.
I just want to talk about this for a second.
Okay,
you got King Haney.
Yeah.
He talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
No.
But I feel like Eric Newcomb, the sheriff, is like the yin to the yang of King Haney.
I don't know, man. It could be like Robin Hood, where the sheriff of Nottingham and the evil king are working together, yo.
Oh, we don't even realize this.
Like, it could be a hidden alliance that we're not aware of.
Interesting.
Just saying. It's all kinds of alliances.
I want info on this.
Yeah. Alliances, yo. Alliances. Anyways, it's Wednesday night. It would probably behoove me to go ahead and proceed with the descriptions of the comings and goings of this week's episode of Dynamite After Dark, AEW Dynamite, coming from Austin, Texas. One of the great wrestling meccas, the Austin, Dallas, San Antonio triangle. Like, it's all amazing wrestling that comes from that area. Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, they all wrestled in that triangle in Texas,
What's Shawn Michaels' real name?
Sean Higginbotham.
Is it Sean or is it something else?
No, it's Sean.
No, it's
Higginbotham.
Yeah, Higginbotham.
I guess he realized pretty early on that this Higginbotham thing wouldn't be a star maker.
No.
Because I watched an old 80s WWF match today that Jake Hall had posted.
Yeah.
And Jake the Snake's kicking a young Shawn Michaels' ass. He's 19 years old.
Nice. At that point, dark match or like a low end match like that, I would go with like a stage name. But if it was like a
he was already Shawn Michaels at this point.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if at some point Michael is his middle name, Shawn Michael Higginbotham.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to tweet him and find out tonight. Or Blue Sky him if he's on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Blue Sky. I don't do X anymore. X is nothing more than just right-wing Nazi propaganda machine. It's unbelievable. I don't know why anybody's on that at all on X. Like, I went on there by accident.
No, we're still on X because we're
still there. If you're looking for non-Nazi propaganda,
we are the only reason to be on X.
Right here. We don't.
Right here.
We post wrestling stuff.
Network.
And occasionally kittens, and occasionally an American journalist beheading, but nothing political, people.
That's right.
I'm telling you, dude, Newcomb, I'm telling you right now, my friend, I am on to you. So,
okay, wait. He's got a name, Newcomb. Why is it his first name, Duke?
Duke?
Right? That should be his wrestling name,
Duke.
Duke.
For the taking, yo.
Duke Nukem. Come on. Duke
Even
Nukem.
Puke Nukem would be cool. Like, what's your name? Like, I'm not. Are you Duke Nukem? You're like, no, Puke Nukem.
I'm Puke Nukem.
No, I'm Luke. I'm Luke Nukem.
Yes, his brother, his less successful brother.
I got a degree in finance, and
That's my uncle.
His Uncle Duke.
Yo, Uncle Duke.
The Duke.
It's time.
Duke?
It's time to
See,
chew
when I hear
chew
when
gum
you
and
say
spit up
Duke,
shit.
I just
I
think
don't know.
about a football.
I know a lot of gum.
See what you miss when you don't come on and watch us on Wednesdays. You watch Thursday morning or whatever. This is what you miss. The stuff that you usually fast forward through. We do this live, my friend. You should come on board.
You know what? I could imagine not doing it live. It would be so less. It wouldn't be as fun.
I don't think so. I think it would be really boring to do it taped. I'm kind of tempted to do a taped one, and we'll call it like the lost tape. And when we don't have something for Sunday, we just play it, see what happens.
We'll make it like an episode that's like black and white or something, and act like it's like, I don't know if we're doing this. Are we doing this? Okay.
Yeah, put tie on or something. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
just totally not. We're not ready. We really ourselves yet.
In other news, it's the Great Depression.
Yes.
See?
How are we going to get through this thing? I don't know. See?
Oh, in other news,
that
Capone
guy can
popped
take a
another
whipping,
guy. Another rat
Yeah,
slut.
see, that guy could take a whipping like a good old whippersnapper. I saw my uncle in 1904 Sicily used to whip me like that. Oh,
This is what I was trying to say earlier.
it looks like I'm all out of my one. Well, that right there is True Romance. No, I'm just kidding. It's what the hell is it?
That is from Roddy Piper.
Yeah, it's Roddy Piper. What's the name of the movie?
It's Live.
They Live.
They Live.
They Live.
They
That's right. They Live.
But it's also Duke Nukem.
Yeah, also Duke Nukem. Oh, I chew bubble gum and I kick ass. Right.
He was the first. He was the first video game character to be able to piss.
That is true. I read that somewhere like a couple
I
days
remember
ago.
playing this game and pissing in the urinal. I felt so good.
Yeah, you can flush the toilet.
Didn't they have some sort of back code or back room to where you saw a naked lady too?
Oh yeah, there was
It
naked
was like
ladies.
the first naked lady on a video game or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I never played Duke Nukem.
Maybe one day I'll talk about my my love affair with Leisure Suit Larry,
Oh,
where you had to like answer questions as a quiz to gain access to the game to show you're
Yep.
old enough.
But it was all just kind of innuendos, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like real.
Yeah, they fuzz stuff out and but the innuendo was there definitely. Yeah.
you got to remember though, this is at a time where Tomb Raider had like triangle boobies and everything.
Yes,
So it was the
yes,
hottest
that's
thing
true.
ever. So
You had youngins jerking off to the triangle
Yeah.
movies.
I remember
Cybertruck titties.
I was at a GameStop or not a Babbage's. That's where I was at Babbage's
Oh wow!
back in the day. When
I was gonna say I got my stuff from Electronic Boutique.
Ooh.
Yes, remember
baby.
that?
And,
I remember it was called Electronic Boutique.
And I went and I was going to get a game something and somebody was like, yo, somebody's got a Lord Croft nude cheat code for the PlayStation to Game Genie.
So lame.
I was like, wait, what? And so I went and I happened to have a Game Genie because that's what I use with my mods so I can play Japanese games.
Yeah.
And so I turn it on and I'm like, I put the code in, I put the game in, and I'm like, I don't see I'm like, it's not like it's lifelike breast. Like it looks like Madonna's bra from that.
But it was skin color.
Yeah. But it was skin color. Exactly. Like, God, people just.
Did they at least have nipples?
No. It was
No,
just
no
no
nipples.
color all the way through. Yeah. It's Like if you want something to be like, oh my God, like get blushed about, then the one on Tiger Woods PGA Golf 95 or whatever, where there was a cheat code in the game where you could watch the episode that the guys from South Park created that shows Santa Claus and Jesus Christ in a fight. That's holy shit right there.
That's in PGA Golf.
That's on Tiger Woods PGA Golf. This is the thing people don't realize. There's Easter eggs that people have never found because developers are some of the weirdest, overly nerdy people I've ever seen.
I can picture something.
No.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, you forgot one key word there, JFB.
What's that?
Horny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are. Yeah. Because
Horny.
there's a type, and I'm not saying that that it's an archetype, but there's a type of person that programs games. I most of the programmers that I know that program games or work for game workshops, they all look pretty similar.
JP, did you own E.T. the video game for the Atari?
I do. Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, you still own it?
I still own it. Yeah, it's in a box.
Is this the original copy you had back in the day when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's a working Atari 2600.
Now, I don't think M&M's got any money for that. And there's M&M's in the game.
Yeah, no, they didn't. I'm sure there was. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. We know that the majority of them are buried in a landfill in Nevada.
With 11 minutes in the third period, the game is now 3-3.
Okay.
All right, let's get back onto Dynamite here.
Yeah, so there's a hype
We've
video.
been rabbit trailing here or there.
Yeah, man, we went on a wild rabbit trail.
It's Dynamite after dark. We do what we want.
22 minutes, we're finally getting to the very first part of Dynamite, which opened
We'll
with
have to stay on track for a bit here before we rabbit trail.
We opened with the Hurt Syndicate, with the Guns, MJF, Dustin, Megan Bine was there. Bane, yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's there, and we go right to,
you want to.
Yeah, right to the thing. What's his face? The Golden Yapper is in the ring.
We got Eric watching on the show tonight.
Hey, how you doing, Eric? Sup, fellas? Sup, Eric? What up, bro? By the way, I went and saw. No, I'll wait. We'll deviate later. Anyways,
we gotta concentrate here.
Yeah, Max Caster is on the mic. Justin Roberts looks uncomfortable. So does the referee. In fact, everybody in the audience looks uncomfortable. This is what we've come to. I was hoping this would last longer, and I'm hoping that it moves to Collision somehow and doesn't bother the rest of the people high on the hill that watch Dynamite and don't watch every Collision, because we had an open challenge. Max Caster, he talks about how he's the greatest wrestler. The fans don't agree. They vehemently told exactly what they felt about Max Caster. And of course, someone answers the call. And it's someone I was kind of wondering, like, really? This is how we want to start the Max Caster guest-a-thon? It's Adam Hangman Page answers the call. Comes out extremely determined, does not look very happy, takes off his jacket and proceeds to whip the hell out of Max Caster. First, he has to go get him because Max Caster leaves the ring and it looks like he's trying to go backstage. Eventually gets him in the ring, just beats the soul out of him. We get the pin. Max Caster rolls out, and Adam Page. I just love this Adam Page. Canada Dry, my God, first match of the night. Lay it on me, brother.
I'm surprised that they don't get Max Caster a few wins here doing this.
Yeah.
They're just sending him out to the wolves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder what they're going. What the end game is? This it's like. Is he just pissed Tony Khan off or something? And he's booked into the something.
I mean, to be honest with you, he would be perfect to play the role of poor Corbin when Corbin lost the belts and lost the Money in Bank and gained a little weight and like didn't shave his head and didn't shave his face.
And he's still I'm the best. I'm the best wrestler.
Bad luck Corbin. That was he made a bet and he lost it all and he became bad bet Corbin. And I think honestly, like Max Caster should do that. I think Max Caster has the ability as a heel to play woe is me. Why can't I win? Why can't I win? Blah, 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 blah. Like he's looking for a way to be lifted up and by somebody or someone. And then he joins a faction or something. Like I could see it. I'd be in for it. What do you think, Lord Ryan Rich?
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but it's pretty funny to watch him get beat down. I will say that.
Yeah.
It was an interesting way to start off the show. For sure, I did not see that starting off the show, but it was pretty funny, and so I did enjoy that. The match was fun for what it was, just because it was just I'm just gonna whip you up real quick, and I'm glad that I picked that for the shortest match of the night.
Yeah, good move.
I know, right?
I mean, I guess how fast was the women's match? Was it as quick as Hangman's match?
I don't know.
We'll have to look.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't? Okay. All right. Well, we go to our Ricochet and Swerve video. And then we cut to our second match. It's going to be Undisputed Kingdom. They're going to be taking on the Death Riders. So, I mean, I thought it was weird Adam Cole coming out separately to separate music. I felt like it was an opportunity to either have them come out united as Undisputed Kingdom, or they came out under the thumb of Adam Cole by coming out to Adam Cole's theme music. I didn't understand why they had multiple entrances. It didn't make sense. I know they're shoring up a position where the story will eventually break apart the faction. We get it. I mean, it's coming. We know, but I just thought it was really weird.
I think that. Can I just talk on that for a sec, Jay?
Yeah.
I think they do the old trope. They used to do this in WWE all the time.
Yeah.
Is you wanted to emphasize your biggest star in the group.
Yeah.
And they do that in the WWE all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Absolutely.
But I hate when they do it because it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just come out to the faction music.
Yeah, exactly. So we get shenanigans. Eventually Garcia and company come out. The Death Riders evacuate. They win. They retain the trios title. You know what? It was a good match. That was the only thing that marred the match, was that it was for a belt that no one gives a shit about at all. Like it's full of daft fuckery. The trios division, like they don't give a shit about it. Why are we even bother having, like, oh, they happen to be in a match. They happen to be warring against each other in the storyline. Let's just slap the trios title into the mix and see what happens. It felt like it was an afterthought. It felt like, why was it even worth it? But
this is the first time this title has been defended in months.
Almost a year.
No, since November.
Just
they said the last time it was defended was November.
Yeah, okay. So that's months. But I thought that they were going to put it on the Kingdom because
the wrong team won.
I thought they were putting the Kingdom just to make it relevant again.
Yeah.
And like instead of holding it captive, like everything the Death Riders is doing, which I hate.
Yeah.
Lord Ryan Rich.
Lord Ryan Rich.
I had Undisputed Kingdom winning, and I feel stupid because I was like, the Death Riders are probably going to win. The Death Riders are going to win, and I should have, and I had that gut feeling because they just tend to do stupid things like this.
Yeah.
Like, of course it makes sense to put the belts on Undisputed Kingdom because then you can put a shine on it and actually make it worth something. Like, I understand Moxley doesn't show the AFW world title, but it's carried in a briefcase everywhere they go. The Trios champs don't even bring the belts with them anymore.
They had them.
Like, very rarely. The last 3 weeks when they've been there, they have.
Oh, yeah. No, tonight they had them on.
Yeah, I'm just saying in Nora in general, though, like.
Yeah, you don't see them carrying it around.
You don't see them carry the belts. And so, like I said, at least with Moxley, you know it's in a briefcase. But with them, it's just like not even there. Yeah. And if you want to make your titles not important, don't show them.
Yeah,
and that's what you've done.
I'm gonna tell you what really grinds my gears a little bit later on.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, realistically, I didn't think that Undisputed Kingdom at this point should be the Death Riders just because of where the Death Riders have been. But I was like, this is the best opportunity to switch hands since you're not doing anything.
And those are 3 better wrestlers to those 3.
Yeah. Can I just say that there's a time in the JFB's life when he would have yearned, excuse me, well, he would have yearned to wear Daddy Magic's 8-ball jacket in his prison wallet.
That must hurt.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, Yuta, he's making a strong case for being the most hated asshole around, dude. Like, it's between, like, him and Christian and Don Callis right now. Like, those are the 3 biggest bags.
The hate that Callis and what's his face get is very Trios House should have been brought up within the first year since they all had. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with that, Eric.
I think the Trios titles need to go.
Yeah,
it only hurts the tag division.
Yeah, you should. What you should do is melt the belts down and make chains out of them, and let the teams wear the chains. Just saying, spice things up.
I like your meltdown part, but I would have the tag team champions win them.
Yeah.
Fire their 3rd guy.
Yeah.
And then melt the belts, melt that gold into your belt.
Okay.
See, you guys are both wrong. The obvious answer is you melt them down and you make them cock rings.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Where on the YouTube gimmick can you hear about prison wallets and cock rings? Where?
Other than the guy who sells Rich's rape kits. That's who.
Oh, motherfucker.
The murder kit. Oh, God. Watch out for the murder kit, kids. That's all.
You just called it the rape kit. I don't know. I think it's worse. It's calling it the rape kit.
The rape/murder kit. And guess what, guys? Valentine's Day is just a couple days away.
Oh, mother. Sure. We're going to get there.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Advertisers. That's why we have that thing at the start of the show, right?
Yeah. I just want to throw that up there for the crowd. Because I have a feeling someone has been offended, and we're going to get a call by Helen. There he is, Lord Ryan Rich with a Miller Lite.
Brought to you by Miller Lite.
Yeah, my Lord Ryan Rich's opinion.
You know what? I'm going to bring a Molson Light on the show.
My Americanness will not allow me to do that.
No, I'm going to bring a Molson Light.
Oh, yeah, you bring a, you drink a Molson, and I'll drink a Miller Lite.
You drink your piss water, and I'll drink my Molson.
It's not a Coors.
All American beer is piss water.
When I was in London, the number one selling beer. It just happened to be at the time when I was in England. The number one selling beer in the United Kingdom is Budweiser, because it's the number one imported beer in the United Kingdom.
Don't they
America.
produce their own?
Huh?
Yeah, they got like Newcastle and shit like that.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of breweries, but Budweiser imports.
Like we have our own Canadian brewery that produces Budweiser up here.
Yeah,
we don't import it up from the States.
Yeah, it's imported directly from the U.S. to Europe. They do not have a brewery chain.
Now, Jimmy, you've spent a little time in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Canadian Budweiser?
No.
So what? Like, I'd like to know, like, since do you drink Bud?
No.
No, you don't like it either way.
No. Here's the thing. I get hoity-toity about food, and I get hoity-toity about beer. I don't know why. I'll bring some garage beers. I've had a garage beer. I'm not super impressed.
I like this point by Eric. The Dark Order could have used the Trios titles.
Dude, forever ago.
Dark Order could use a lot.
Forever ago.
The problem was when Brody died, the writers and Tony Khan all looked at each other and went, "Oh shit, what do we do now?"
And they slowly just went down the shitter.
Yeah, I think they just panicked.
I feel like if they would have actually made Hangman a member,
yeah,
and the leader,
yeah,
he could have revived that whole thing.
I agree with that statement.
But they were so locked in that no one will ever replace Brody.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine that he was the leader, but you need to make a living, right? You need to keep this thing lively.
Yeah.
And it killed the gimmick.
Yeah.
I think
in the first couple of months, their indie bookings went up higher.
Yeah.
Because they were part of the Dark Order. But I think now that they're not on AEW TV, I wonder how that hurts their indie booking.
Oh, massively.
I don't see Evil Uno advertising wrestling for a lot of indie shows.
Well, he does I think he's more backstage stuff. Like he does the video game channel with AEW games.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that he's not like someone like Luther that just, what do you need from me kind of guy.
Yeah. So Mox is in the back. He's with Marina Shafir. He gets attacked. Whoo, man. He's attacked by Sexton Hardcastle, rated R Sexton Hardcastle.
Sex hard.
And Switchblade Jay White, which apparently I feel like you talk about grinding gears. I'm going to grind my gears right now.
King Switch.
Put it up. You got to put it up first.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. I'm a little woo.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Well, we can't play it because we don't have I haven't paid our bill yet.
Oh, we don't get to do that anymore.
No. Yeah, you know what grinds my gears? Let me tell you. This assimilation of taking a person's name and shortening it, because Cope was mentioned, and so was Switchblade JY, who was shortened down to Switch.
Switch.
Why are we shortening people's names? I cannot keep coming up with original or non-original names for our wrestlers that are going to go down in history of being attached to Copeland and have their names shortened because saying too much, because I think AEW.
You know why Cope likes to call him Switch?
Who?
Cope likes to call him Switch because he's playing him like a switch.
He's doing something, that's for sure. Anyways, I digress. We get Renee.
Yeah, Johnny Hungy was so over
Yeah.
in 2021, but I always hated him.
Yeah.
Did you like Johnny Hungy?
Yeah, he's my
I
favorite.
enjoyed Johnny Hungy for what Johnny Hungy was, which was just comical, and that wasn't comical in the ring. You know,
Hey, if he was WWE being in the world, he would have won the Royal Rumble.
probably, yeah.
What did you think of Johnny Hungy, Lord Heinrich?
I loved him.
Yeah.
I was a huge Dark Order fan. I think one of the biggest things that they did wrong was not letting Hangman join them. I think that would have helped bring them back to a level of
Yeah, that's what you were saying
respect
when you were
and dignity. Yeah, I had to go use the bathroom. But yeah, I think that Eric was right. That's when they should have put the trios belts on them because that's when they were the hottest.
Yeah.
And like the stuff that Johnny Hungy was doing with Anna Jay.
Yeah.
Like, and everything on BTE was just printing money.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll get you.
they were the best part of BTE.
JP, do you think the Good Brothers are going to join AEW?
No.
What do you think, Rich?
They're going back to New Japan.
Yeah.
Well, sounds about right.
They might go.
Yeah, at this point, I think they need to get their luster back.
Yeah.
And I don't think AEW would take them at this point.
I don't think any major promotion besides New Japan and maybe AAA are going to take them back. I think they're indie bound when they're not wrestling in Japan.
Yeah.
So
TNA might.
Yeah. So we get MJF. He's in the back. He's about to speak, and he talks about Dustin Rhodes. And I feel like I was worried about AEW and how they were going to handle this whole situation with MJF. Were we going to get MJF where we were going to have these really decisive matches called graveyard matches? And here's how it works. MJF beats your old ass, and you have to be above the age of 65 with at least 25 years of professional wrestling experience. He drags you pole to pole and beats the ever-living tar out of you. All right? He puts on an oxygen mask on you as he drags.
So he can keep beating you.
Huh?
Just so he can keep beating you.
Yeah. As he drags you to the graveyard where the hole is already dug. Before he throws your old ass in, he takes off the oxygen mask and puts it on himself because he is MJF, of course. He throws your old ass into the thing, and a thing dumps dirt on top of you, and that's
you know what, Zippy? What you're describing sounds like a hell of a cinematic match.
Oh yeah, but you can never wrestle again. Your career is over.
I would have waited for like Jeff Jarrett or like Dustin to go out if they did this. That'd be so cool.
But not with MJF. I mean, that's. I mean that.
I don't know. I think I'm not right now, but like later down the years, like have this be a hint of what's going to come, and he's going to retire them both.
So, as MJF is getting ready to start talking about Dustin Rhodes, as if we're led to believe that Dustin Rhodes has a hell and a chance of beating MJF. All right. And then Hangman Page interrupts and stops MJF from cutting his traditional heel promo and talks to him as a man to another man and explains to him this entire situation, in which MJF then says, "You want a response? Here's a response." And proceeds to cut what I call the mature heel promo. No shenanigans. There's none of this stupid bullshit. There's none of this. It's just words from one man to another man. I'm going to make you bleed your own blood at some point. Canada Dry. What did you think about that segment with MJF?
It's the they've had all these teases
Yes.
up to this point.
Yeah.
And MJF, it's kind of like this Dustin Rhodes and this Jeff Jarrett stuff was just I guess it's a place on the timeline, ready to come back to it at a later date. I feel like they're doing a couple of these later date things that they're going to come back to. And they're running into each other and teasing this. For 5 straight weeks they do this. And now they finally start talking. And I think it's starting to heat up now. And now they're going to start, the pot's going to start boiling. Because it's getting warm, right, Rich?
Oh yeah.
Add the noodles because that chicken is cooked all the way through and it's shredded and it's ready for you to go ahead and add in the good stuff. Lord Ryan Red.
So we're going to overtime in Canada and Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Somehow Sweden woke up and said, "Canada who?"
You know what though?
What?
If Pedersen scores the overtime, how can I not be happy for him?
I know. That's true.
Like if he's on your team, you don't care about the country. You just care about your team.
I mean, would it suck if Canada lost because Brad Marchand's on Team Canada? Yeah, it would suck. But there's a good chance Brad Marchand might not be a Bruin by the end of this tournament. And if
okay, so let me ask you this: if Bruins are playing and Team USA is playing, who do you care more about?
All the Bruins.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
Yeah. Always club before country.
Yeah.
Just like soccer. I love Italy, but I'm pulling for other teams and not Italy all the time. So let's get back to Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on MJF.
Yeah, my favorite line was, "You got a crush on me, pal?" I was like, "That's what I'm talking about, MJF." I think whatever this is, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of excited to see where it goes now, because I didn't know I didn't know where they were gonna go with it at first. I didn't know if it was gonna end up being a team up.
Yeah. I think what struck a chord with me the most was when MJF really hit a nerve on Hangman Page when he said, "You don't have the stomach for this. What you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do, you can't do because you don't have the stomach to do it." And
because of Christopher Daniels, right?
Yeah, and the look on Hangman Page's face.
Do you know what's interesting here? I just pulled this together. Is they're both coming from similar angles where they're beating up older dudes.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, no better way to get a win than a 85-year-old octogenarian professional wrestler. I mean, is Freddie Blassie still alive? Let's get out let's get out his ass and put him out on the ring.
Like I think like MJF's character is actually jealous that he didn't get to retire Christopher Daniels.
Yeah. I like it. That's interesting. All right, let's go.
Also on this show, I discovered why Daddy Magic wears an 8-ball jacket.
Because Daddy Magic is trapped in like 84.
No, the Magic 8-ball. Daddy Magic. Duh.
Let me tell you, if you were a white kid or an African-American black kid,
or your name is Putty,
or your name is Putty, you walking around with an 8-ball jacket, there's a good chance that there's a guy behind you with 5 friends
ready to jump you for it.
all a certain caliber bullet that want that jacket worse than you do.
That was a big deal in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the early 90s.
Yeah. I can't tell you the number of people who died over an 8-ball jacket is ridiculous. Like, not only was I poor, so I couldn't afford to get an 8-ball jacket, even if I had money, I'm staying in the white part of town. I'm going to get an 8-ball jacket. And I'm going to look like a thug in the beautiful suburbs, not trying to keep the blood inside my body. While
Point says Daddy Magic sounds like every ticket scalper I've ever talked to.
Because he is every ticket scalper you've ever talked
that's
to.
his gimmick.
Daddy Magic. Woo! All right. We got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and get to our next match. It's going to be Hook, Shibata, and Joe versus Bailey's ex-boyfriend and 2 drinking buddies. This match was exactly what this match needed to be. It needed to be a spot match for Joe. It exactly is what it was. One of Solo's drinking buddies, I believe he calls himself Rex, gets the package. Muscle Buster gets the count. Joe and all of them are victorious. And then you know what Joe does? Joe's like, you know what? I'm not like the rest of these little pansies. Give me a microphone. Not only that, I go ahead and wrestle a brisk 15-minute match where I got most of my big moves in. But I can grab a mic because we're ops. That's the name of this group. Hook, Shibata, and Joe are called ops. Interesting.
I don't mind it.
What's really interesting is Hook has finally found his place in AEW. That's sit over in the corner and shut up, bitch, and do what I need you to do when I need you to do it. This should have happened years ago, and it didn't. It happened this week. Finally, Hook found his place. Quiet, standing up on a corner with his hands raised in the air because Joe did all the damn work and I did nothing but just look good. What do you think about that, Canada Dry?
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you what I think about that. AEW is pivoting here in this feud.
Yeah.
If I think they're pivoting like I think they're pivoting.
Yeah.
Instead of Christian Cage versus Hook, it's now the patriarchy versus the ops.
Yeah.
Which is much more appealing. Because now you can make it about Samoa Joe versus Christian Cage.
Yep.
Which is way more appealing.
Yep. Absolutely.
You said that Hook found his place. Yes, he's a Robin. He's not a Batman.
No.
Samoa Joe was your Batman.
Yeah.
So
Shibata is like a deadly Batman that you.
So Shibata's like your second Robin.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk either.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Lord Ryan Rich?
I think it's always fun when you get to see Serpentico wrestle without his mask. Because the last match that John Cruz had was against Samoa Joe.
Okay.
And it was one of the most famous Samoan nopes that's ever been caught. Because as he walked away, John Cruz went like this and put his head like, what? And I know you guys remember that because it was like 8 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. I loved it. I thought that was one of the best. Hornets down there. I never had a starter jacket, but
I had a starter jacket. I had the Lakers. I had who else did I have? I had the Lakers. Two of the Lakers. I forget it. Did you have a starter jacket, JB?
I did not, but I had Zubas.
Zubas.
I had Zubas.
You know who invented the Zubas?
One of them is Animal.
Yes, I thought it was both of them.
Mm-mm. It's Animal and some other guy.
Okay, I thought it was okay.
What's up, little man?
I was gonna say LOD, but there's only one of LOD. Hey,
Okay, buddy. I love you. Okay. See you in the morning.
you know, I was gonna call him Fruit Boy, but that could get him made fun of at school.
No, he just said, "Hey, call me Fruit Boy."
I don't want you to be Fruit Boy.
Well, listen. Tomorrow is their Valentine's Day celebration at school, right?
Yeah.
Because they have Friday off. And Connor has a girlfriend.
Oh.
So
He ain't no Fruit Boy.
no, he's not. We went and got her over the weekend Valentine's Day present. So he's bringing his Valentine's Day for his classmates and for his first girlfriend and his first Valentine's Day.
You gotta get us a picture and show us this in the chat of these two cuties.
Yeah. I'm okay with this. This is good, Connor. This is good.
Good
You're
job.
gonna learn a lesson about love and how
He
awesome
is a son of the Lord of the Manor. He'll be just
like love. I love love.
Canada scores in overtime.
Go
Mitch Marner wins it for Canada.
Oh, Marner got it. All right. Good for him. He's had a rough season this year. He's definitely not done exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, ever since he had that case of gout.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Yeah. Gout. Let me tell you, gout sucks. My dad's got it, and it sucks. Like, it is horrible. I don't know how anybody deals with it, but you know what?
You know how you deal with it.
I know how they do with vitamins.
Yeah.
You know how you deal with it. You shout out the gout.
Yeah. Shout out to gout. Woo! Yeah, gout out.
Gone.
Anyways, we get Renee with Jericho. Oh, she brings up about Bandito. And then the only one that's there is the bad apple, Brian Keith. And he's like, hey, I even doubled $100,000 to $200,000. I don't see this as a win for me that I get to keep my 200,000. I would have tripled, quadrupled. I would have times it times 8 just to get Bandito. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be such a stupid way to reintroduce Bandito. But then again, like, where do you put him that's like a mid-major storyline? Like, there isn't like a guy out there, like I would say maybe TNT Championship.
I don't care about Bandito.
You definitely
that's the idea. They want you to
I know they want me to, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he can lift people with one hand. Good for him.
Yeah.
But I just don't care. You want to know why? Because I never hear from the guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's just some dude with the black bandana.
Yeah.
Who's the strongest luchador ever, apparently.
I feel like he needs like a manager, like
Abrahantes.
Like Stokely Hathaway.
I mean, here's the thing. Bandito can actually cut an American English promo.
Oh, he can?
Yeah.
He needs to be on the mic then.
There's no reason to. It takes away the mysteriousness.
Well, Rich doesn't care about him. There has to be a reason.
I mean, to be honest with you, Bandito, I love Bandito. I think Bandito is a great wrestler.
Yes.
When he has to just fill in as a wrestler, when there's not a major storyline, because even when he cuts a promo with a manager, it's not passionate. Like, he doesn't. You just
don't have him talk. You have a Stokely Hathaway.
He has no tit for tat at all. It's very monotone, and I get it. English is a second language. He is from Mexico. He knows Spanish way better than he knows American.
Listen, Stokely Hathaway has no one right now.
Yeah, and the fact that he has
Stokely should be with Max Caster.
I mean,
I want him to have 7 wrestlers.
Yeah. Like, Stokely should have a Don Callis family style.
Oh, for sure. I want him to have his own little Heenan thing.
That of the ROH. It should be the ROH version of that.
Yeah. So then
if it's on TV, why should I care?
And then Renee gets Willow, and Willow's talking about going to Japan, and she's attacked by Shafir, who clears out the room, and John Moxley walks in and he starts breathing through his nose like Tony Soprano does. And I'm just
Gabagool, gabagool, I say.
Gabagool, my God, jeez. Anyways, he talks about how you stole something you're not supposed to have. You blindsided me. You think this is over. It's not over. You know, I'm the embodiment of the championship. I mean, he really kind of flexed on the fact that he's the champion, but he's going to get his his belt back. And you know, in the end of the game, like I get it. It's a Moxley, but this because the storyline is so stable, I can't get into Moxley being this kind of a badass. Like I should be crying, salivating.
Yeah, like the problem, Jeffy, is that we still don't know what their real what their real motives are. Like, what is their end game?
Yeah.
If they don't tell us what their end game is, then why do I care?
I mean, I disagree with that because he's made his end game very clear, and that is just to make AEW the best that it can be and to take it back from these pretenders.
Yeah, but that on its own isn't enough.
I mean,
it's not. It's not.
For an overarching angle, it is.
Unless if they get something more compelling, until they get something more compelling, like I guess.
It really depends on how long they're trying to do this, though. So, I mean,
I hope it's over. They got to kill this.
You really think Tony Khan is going to kill it?
Yeah.
They need to. It's horrible.
Oh, no, Tony Khan won't, but they need
to. No, he won't, but he needs
Tony Khan's not going to do that.
Yeah.
No. And, what really grinds my gears is you have the second most prestigious belt in professional wrestling today.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been shown in months.
Yeah.
Like that is a crime.
Yeah.
Like it starts out as a gimmick, but like now it's just like when they brought it out, let's just fast forward to this part. When they brought it out and they were the fans wanted it.
Yeah.
Like
it's frustrating.
I mean, I get that, but I thought that Mox addressed that pretty well a couple of weeks ago when he said, "You don't need to see the title. I am the title."
He's not the title though.
but he is the champion.
Like I get that he's trying to address it, but it doesn't make it true. If you could put shit on a pie and tell me it's chocolate, doesn't make it true.
I mean, I'm old school as old school gets, and I think a world champion needs to have a belt on him, around him, over his shoulder, in some way, shape, or form that shows the common person. Because if I'm flipping through a channel, all of a sudden there's a guy with a big gold belt on him. I'm like, ooh, what's going on here?
Oh, WWE, you got Cody with this big old. You got two of them now.
Yeah. So I get it, but I also get where Lord Ryan Rich is going because there's a mystique that he's creating. The problem is he's not creating it the right way, and now it's like stuck in mud. He's just spinning tires at this point. Like it's gonna be like okay, you get Sexton Hardcastle at Revolution.
Sex hard.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, who are you going to, your next victim, if you go through and beat Sexton Hardcastle, your next legitimate opponent is Jay White because Darby Allin is climbing Mount Everest in like 2 weeks. And
you can build, you can easily build another opponent for him by then. Like,
yeah, I mean,
there's lots of other guys who can go for it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, but that's what's going to happen. Like you're going to have a Who's going to be next month at the pay-per-view? Who's going to go after Mox? When's Mox finally going to drop it? There's nobody worth dropping it to right now. Plus, you just legitimately released 3 legitimate good players. You just released Miro, Malachi Black, and Ricky Starks. 2 guys that could have been fodder for the champion. Ricky Starks.
They didn't release anyone. Their contracts had expired, and they weren't interested in being there.
Yeah, and Malachi Black is gone. And that guy's a legitimate world championship contender. So, like, the problem you're running into is you haven't created a character or a gimmick or a story or a character that can come in. This would be a perfect time for
no, but that's not true, Jeff, because Swerve beats Ricochet, he can be a contender like that.
Yeah, but with Moxley being who Moxley is, Swerve is too violent and
maybe just the right man for the job.
I don't think so. I think you need
you're wanting to end it, who better than Swerve?
You need a white meat babyface. I think you need a good golly, Miss Molly. I'm gonna take the bad guy and stomp him a good one. Woo-hoo!
They don't have anyone like that.
See, I still think that's why it's going to be Orange Cassidy in the end.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be Darby Allin.
Orange Cassidy is that, but
I know, but Darby Allin's never beaten Mox, but Orange Cassidy has.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying we haven't seen OC in a while.
The guys that are over
TV. He's been off TV for a while.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bring him back to TV until after Revolution, until after this Edge and Cope stuff is done. And you could build it up. It doesn't even have to be a dynasty. It could be at Double or Nothing. It could be at All In.
Yeah.
It could be whatever.
Rich, you look at the 2 guys that are most over in AEW. It's Hangman Page and Swerve, and they're both anti-establishment.
They're not the 2 most hottest anymore. They're not.
No, not anymore, but they're up there.
Well, no, they are. But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would prefer to see Ospreay in the world title picture before I see Swerve come back into it because he's not really been there.
Yeah.
Like, you have Omega coming back. Omega and Moxley was one of the very first feuds of AEW. Like, so there's a history you could pull there. Like, I think that there's
white baby faces.
They have
more white baby face than Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have people that can carry that mantle as that white meat baby face if you want it. Like, it's there. You just have to position it to where the story makes sense.
Yeah, he's your Cody Rhodes at this point.
Absolutely.
At this point, he's your Cody Rhodes.
I mean, Kenny Omega's probably close to.
Yeah.
Like, either of them could do it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
But not right now. It wouldn't make sense. No.
Give it 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I don't think AEW is smart to keep this going for 4 or 5 months if they do that.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen at Revolution if Shane O'Mac comes out.
If Shane O'Mac comes out, that changes everything.
I know. That starts the timer back over again.
I got a service that I can provide. Boys and girls, children of all ages, especially fathers, guys who cheat on their wives. You dug yourself a hole that you can't seem to get out of. Well, don't worry, because the JFB's got a pickup truck, a shovel, and a whole shitload of dirt that I can go ahead and bring to your destination and fill in that hole so you'll come up and you're out of the hole. I fill it for you. That's what I do. Tony Khan, call me. Let me fill in the holes that need to be filled in.
He wants to fill in all your holes, Tony.
And buy some murder kits while you're at it.
No, he just wants to fill Tony Khan's holes.
Down.
But
But I agree with Canada Dry. I think in all honesty that,
unless Shane McMahon finally comes at Revolution.
Yeah, Shane McMahon comes in and that changes everything.
Yeah.
But I don't think Shane McMahon's coming in.
No, I don't think so. I think he was supposed to have already been here and they they counted the chickens before it was hatched.
Maybe it's not going to be Shane. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, you could easily.
I have a feeling that Revolution is going to be a linchpin,
Yeah.
and that something major is going to take the company in a different direction concerning the Death Riders at that point.
Yeah.
Whether it's Shane O'Mac or whatever else. Like, wouldn't it be funny if TK pulled a Vince McMahon and was like, "It was me all along"?
Oh God!
If he made himself a weekly character, I don't think he could pull it off.
He can, but it'd be hilarious.
I mean, in all honesty, AEW right now is struggling storytelling wise. They're struggling. They absolutely are struggling. You don't have anybody that can legitimately, unless her name is Tony Storm, can rise up and take on the.
No, I disagree. I think that the Death Riders thing puts a huge negative spotlight on, because this is the main story. So it makes the shit flows downstream, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it takes up all the light that you're getting in this Ricochet Swerve feud.
Yeah. I think the problem you're running into is you just need to cut bait. I think the whole Shane O'Mac shit should have happened weeks ago. I think in all honesty,
it should happen the last pay-per-view.
At Revolution or at Grand Slam, if he appears, he gets booed out of the building, and not in a good way. I think they're looking for a pop, and
so we've skipped ahead a bit. Where were we before?
All right, so Jericho comes out and doesn't come out with the Redwood or the Bad Apple. Bandito comes out. Was this referenced at some point, because they go into a wrestling duel?
Oh, this happened on Collision.
Okay. They did a
duel already.
Yeah. Oh, they already dueled. They dueled on Collision.
They did that in Bandito and Bad Apple's match, and so they redid it with Jericho and him.
This was the stupidest thing I've ever seen my entire life. You basically
the last thing I like super soakers with something in them.
Yeah. Like, you literally took probably one of the top 5 luchador wrestlers wrestling right now in the world, and you just made him look like a jackass. Then out come the Outrunners. Let me put the brakes on. Why in the hell are the Outrunners?
They were part of the Collision as well.
Get them out of the storyline. Jericho, at one point, Jericho was filled with helium, and he rose. And if you attached yourself, you rose as well. But we're on the wide open ocean of wrestling. Jericho is an anchor, and he sinks. And any person that attaches themselves to Jericho at this point are going to sink as well. Why are the Outrunners there? Then Big Bill shows up, and then Hobbs shows up, which that should have been the whole thing. It should have been Jericho comes out, confronts Bandito. Not this dual bullshit. They get in each other's faces. Big Bill.
You know what, Jeffy? I could not watch a movie with you. I feel you'd be like, I'm just trying to enjoy the movie. And you'd be like, that is so stupid. They can't make cars jump over like that. That is so unrealistic. I bet you do that, don't you?
If it's a popcorn movie, like an action movie, usually I'll shut up and I'll enjoy it. But if it's like a critically acclaimed movie, I do get very, very.
I can see it. I can see it. The critic comes in
a lot.
I'll be like, shut up.
Like,
I was enjoying it. You said that.
To me, there's only 2 movies that are perfect movies. You can find nothing wrong with them at all. Casablanca and Iron Man, the original Iron Man, are perfect movies for exactly what they need to be.
I think
Here's-
Shawshank Redemption is the
JFB.
perfect movie.
JFB, I'd like to add one more for your consideration.
Okay.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
I'm bringing a legit 9-star movie, and you bring Ernest Comes to Jail.
I'm Electro Man. Tell me that's not cinema at its finest.
This-
Anyways, so let's move on from Jericho.
No, JFB knows I'm right. That's why he can't.
I mean, I can't deny
Guys,
that.
we gotta end the show at some point. So let's move on from the
Oh my
Jericho.
God, we're looking at an hour and 15 minutes.
It's the all night long show, baby.
Anyways, Renee's in the back with Dustin, and then we get Dustin versus MJF. The match itself was exactly what it was meant to be. It went a little bit longer than I thought it should have. It went a little longer than it should have. But Dustin got his offense in, and there was times where Dustin looked like he had a rat's chance in hell of beating MJF. But in the process, he loses. And then in the process of losing, shenanigans happen. And MJF starts beating the hell out of him. He starts putting the salt to the earth. And then we hear Hangman's music. And Hangman comes running out. They meet in the middle of the ring. And this is where I had an issue with it. They went at each other like rabid dogs. They went from the ring into the auditorium. Eventually, security escorted Hangman Page to the back. And then MJF went right back to the ring, picked up the microphone, and then proceeded to say, "You're not out here because you're a coward." In which case, Hangman Page says, "You calling a coward?"
He's not coming back out.
He comes running in. They have to separate him with security again. With something like this, I would have made it more psychological. Because this ultimately is what's going to steal the show if it was done right at Revolution. This would have been the match that would have stole the show. Story-wise, you don't have them touch, but it builds. That tension builds. Like they get closer.
No, but the problem with that, JFB, is it's done over and over and over and over and over and over again.
They've let
We
the
all know
tension
that
build for
story.
a month now.
We all know that story.
Yeah.
So having them collide here, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I think it just like excites, like finally with something good with MJF.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yes, this is good. They're
Yeah.
colliding. Let the crowd's all yelling. Let them fight.
Let's talk about the match.
I love. What do you
about
think? What do you think, Lord Ryan Rich?
I-
Oh, what do I think of the match?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the match. Like Dustin, he's still a hell of a wrestler for his age. Like he looks so good. Like he's
Yeah.
still got it. Like
Yeah.
he's smooth still. Like he's better now than he was 15 years ago in WWE,
Oh, yeah. At a mile and a half.
which is crazy at his age. But
Yeah.
like,
I
I
ain't as
enjoyed
good
that
as
match, and I
once
loved-
was, but I'm good once as I've ever been.
yeah.
Yep.
And I loved the false finish where you think he has a rat's chance in hell. I like that line, by the way, the rat's chance in hell.
Rats.
What do you think, Lord Ryan Rich? What's your opinion on this?
I thought this match was awesome. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
Just because Dustin was in his hometown, the crowd was clearly behind him. They gave him that extra motivation. They gave him that juice.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the most understated parts of MJF's character
Yeah.
is how well he sells things.
Yeah.
The man, like, to me, it's like when The Rock takes a stunner.
Yeah.
Like, it's just over the top, dumb, stupid. Like Ric Flair. That's what MJF is when it comes to selling, and that's almost one of my favorite things about him.
Yeah.
Is the fact that he sells and he makes it so out of the scope. It's like there's no way it's like that, but that reminds me of Ric Flair in the 80s.
Yeah.
In the 90s, and it just makes me so happy. But then with all the stuff afterwards, like going up into the rafters, and it was fun. And I liked how like they stared down, and then MJF was like, I'm gonna back away, and then all of a sudden, I'll punch you. I thought it was fun. It was just, to me, that's the best word I can use to describe it, is fun.
Yeah. We get
Okay, so you know how you have those weird alcoholic drinks someone's made you. Hey, this is a fuzzy navel. This is a whatever, different sort of names like Sex on the Beach and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So in the flower shop tonight, you're going to tell me your favorite gimmick drink.
Okay.
That you've had.
My favorite gimmick drink?
Yes, like a fuzzy navel, a Sex on the Beach, or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I'm down with that.
All right.
All right. So we get a great hype video for us for going to Australia this Saturday for our, not really a pay-per-view, but kind of is a pay-per-view. Then we go to Megan Bain. She's going to be taking on our Employee of the Month. Unfortunately, she won. She does a great job. We love it. She cleans, she cooks, she makes the best coffee. But
and she gets her ass beat.
Yeah, Megan Bain beat her unmercifully. And so it's unfortunate. She's not going to be in the office for at least a couple of months. After
lucky we got that workers insurance where she can still get paid a bit.
Yeah. And because we are headquartered in the Canary Islands, there's universal health care there too. So, and then we go with Megan Bain walking up the ramp, and then Statlander's coming down. They bump shoulders, and we're like, oh, great. This is what we're going to go with. We're going to go with Megan Bain, and we're going to go with Statlander, which is all right. But you know what? We've seen those matches already before. Why do we need to see them?
I don't think we're getting that. I think they were going on a Megan Bain. So we got Statlander and we got
Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
I was to say, Penelope Ford. They got her on this losing track, but I enjoy every single one of Penelope Ford's matches.
Absolutely.
I love the way she moves.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, legit.
Yeah.
She's one of the most believable looking women's wrestlers in AEW.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just enjoy watching her move.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you didn't watch Collision, you don't know that Megan Bain also did this to
Thunder
Rosa.
Yeah.
And now she's coming back and she's doing it to she grabs Statlander after and slams her down.
Yep.
And she's just looking to be the most dominant woman in AEW, and they're building her right. I like it. She reminds me of the narcissist Lex Luger.
Yeah. Here's my hot take. Megan Bain should have been who Camille was.
I was thinking that, but also a bit of Jade too.
Yeah.
Reminds me a bit of Jade as well.
But she should have been what Camille was. They should have never hired Camille. They should have hired Megan Bain.
Yeah, you got to rebuild Camille now from the ground up.
You don't have to. To be honest,
you keep her on ROH.
Cut her. Let's get rid of her. Cut bait and eat your losses. Like there's certain people where you don't understand why they're there, but they're oxygen thieves. And it's unfortunate, but they're in the wrong profession.
Rich, what do you think? Do you think they need to get rid of?
No, I think they keep Camille because they've got a nice little grouping of large, monstrous women.
Yeah.
And I think that could be fun to play around with. And I think that you need, especially in the women's division, with women being more normally smaller and daintier than men are,
Yeah.
in comparison, to have those giants, I think makes for a contrast of style, especially since like Nyla Rose is doing more of the ROH stuff.
Yeah.
You have Stat, you have Megan Bain, you have Camille, and they're all these powerhouses, and you can have some really fun matches with those. So I don't think that you just got to find a way to use her.
Here's my problem though. You use Statlander and you use whatever the bigger girl that's the big strong girl that's coming in. You're like, well, Statlander's a resident badass strong woman here. And then all of a sudden Megan Bain, and you know what's going to happen? Statlander's going to go over because Bain is not officially signed. She's not all elite. She still has commitments in Japan.
No, she's been all elite for a while. They let her go to Stardom in order to hone her skills. She's been signed with AEW for over a year.
Okay. So I mean, but you're going to put Statlander over, and what does that do to Bain? Then that reels Bain down the.
I don't think so. I think Statlander can afford to take the loss.
Yeah, you put Bain over.
Yeah,
but she won't.
I don't know. We'll have to talk about that when it's time to make some predictions when you're coming back here.
Talk about that when it's time to make predictions. Oh, we get a hype video with Harley Cameron and the CEO puppet. And it's really comical, and there's rapping and this and that. And then Harley Cameron gets extremely real and talks about, thank you for saying I can't do this. Thank you for calling me a loser. Thank you for giving me billboard material to put up there so I can look at it every morning. And that's what motivates me throughout the day. Because I will beat you. And to be honest with you, if there's a belt that's going to change at whatchamacallit, it's going to be that belt. It's going to Harley Cameron. And Harley Cameron is going to be...
I think, like, the fans are going nuts.
Yeah.
Like, Harley Cameron is so over. This puppet is so over.
Yeah.
Like
and that's why she doesn't need the belt.
Yeah, this segment was so good.
She's in the writer's room. She's in the writer's room, and the writers are like, "Well, we know you can rap and play guitar. What? I mean, what else can you do? Oh, I'm a ventriloquist. What? Wait, what?
Not only that, I laughed so hard when she said, and I also speak Chinese. She said, I learned how to be good at sex in Chinese, she says. Like,
what do you think?
I wasn't finished. Let me just finish up here.
Okay.
I think that she raps, she sings, she does the ventriloquism, she does her cool like. How could everyone not love this woman?
Yeah.
Like, she's over like Grover.
Yeah. What do you think, Rich?
I think that she is an absolute delight. And her rapping skills are ridiculously good. Like, for people who don't rap or are fans of that music, you don't realize how difficult that is to do, to enunciate syllables that fast in a staccato type fashion. it's not easy. And then, but I like how she's like, I used to not know how to wrestle, but then I remembered I used to not know how to sing, and I used to not know how to do ventriloquism, and I used to not know how to play a guitar, but I learned, and I am a quick learner, and so I liked all those things together. I think it's going to be a fun match that she's not going to win, but I think that Harley Cameron's on the map.
You know what you do? You screw her out of the title. If you screw her out of the belt, then she has a legit reason to still get another shot.
If it was someone else, maybe, but with Monet having 4 belts, I can't see it going.
I mean, Mercedes.
Well, maybe
she's won all of those. She's one of those belts clean. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe she doesn't need the belt, Monet. If she's got the others, she can say, "I'm going to try and get my belt back." And even if you have Harley Cameron with a run with the TBS title until Revolution, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's go to our main event. Our main event is the Guns and the triumphant return. And they are taking on the Hurt Syndicate, your AEW tag team champions. The match itself was actually really good. It showcased the Guns. Yeah, they're a little rusty, and it showed in spots. I mean, this wasn't a superior match. It was what it needed to be done, and that's to show that the Guns can take an ass kicking and still get up and still come at them, because that's what they got. They got schooled.
And I loved the crowd the whole time. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Yeah.
And this must be a heel team. They're so over.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you think of the match?
I enjoyed it. I just love watching Bobby and Shelton just kick ass.
Yeah.
What intrigued me, though, was afterwards, the Murder Machine came out.
Yeah.
So could that be a Revolution type match we get?
Possibly.
And
more likely that's probably what we're going to get.
Like, I want to see the Murder Machine come out and do their match. And I want the Hurt Syndicate to come and do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. What did you think, Lord Ryan Rich?
I like the match. I don't like that it was as close as it was.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, the tag team champions were not afforded that luxury. And second, this is their first match back. They shouldn't be finely tuned. They should have rust. They should have these things. So to me, I feel like the match went too long, and I thought the Guns had too much offense. I thought that this match should have been first, and the trios title match should have been the main event.
Okay.
But outside of that, I thought the match itself was good.
Yeah.
You know what I would have ended the show with?
What?
I would have ended it with Hangman and MJF beating the shit out of each other and pulling them off of each other. That's what I would have ended the show with.
Yeah. Because how they ended the show definitely sucked. And this is how they ended the show. They ended the show with Mariah May, who talked about how she made Tony Storm. She made Tony Storm. Without Tony Storm, there is no Tony Storm without Mariah May. Then we get into we get basically we get the rated R superstars Sexton Hardcastle
Sex
and
art.
Jay White, and they're gonna take Spiky and they're gonna bash open the briefcase
And the crowd really wants
and
this
get
too.
the belt. Yeah, they said they're gonna do this unless they come out. And then Moxley finally comes out and he's like, I'm the AEW champion, and give me my belt back. Blah blah blah, and they decided to beat the hell out of it. The rest of the Death Riders came in. They got they got it away before they could open it up, which I thought was a wasted moment.
Well, it was all about getting. Moxley says yes, you can have your match at Revolution. That's what it was all about, really.
So we get Revolution. We get the Revolution match. It's going to be Moxley. He's going to destroy Sexton Hardcastle. It's going to be a great match because John Moxley doesn't know how to wrestle anything but great matches. But what did you think of the ending shenanigans, Canada Dry?
I kind of liked it because it gave me hope.
Yeah.
That we would see that world title again.
Yeah.
Like the briefcase. Okay, we don't get to see the world title, but at least we're getting some attention on that briefcase.
Yeah.
That holds the AEW world title.
Yeah.
And the idea of that you're smashing it open. It's like, let's do it. Let's get that thing going. So I really like that part.
Yeah.
I would have liked a few more smashes at it, get a little bit more hope, but it served its device. They got the match. They did some shenanigans. Big, John Moxley took a little bit of a beating. He's pissed.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how it goes.
They should have bashed the case open and it revealed there was nothing in it. And Moxley
you know what it'd be? It's Dumb and Dumber guys are in the back. I owe you one more title.
Moxley would have been at the top of the ramp. He would have started laughing and he would have had a microphone and been like, there's no belt. Like I am the belt. I ate
it. I ate it one night when I was hungry.
Yeah. I ate it piece by piece.
Yeah, it's part of me now.
Like I'm not gonna bring the real belt. When you beat me, you'll get the belt, and then that next Wednesday you have a ceremony where John Moxley hands the belt over.
No, he has to put John Moxley around his waist. He's the belt.
I beat John Moxley.
Put him on his shoulder. Look at those guys.
What did you think, Lord Ryan Rich?
Honestly, I thought it was a little anticlimactic, and I thought they could have ended on the show in a better way.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guess that leads us to our flower shop.
Yeah, let's go to the flower shop. Flower shop brought to you by our Pro Wrestling Tee store, ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all the Adrian Adonis gear. If you don't know how to get there, the links are down below. Now, in the flower shop, we talk about favorite matches. We talk about favorite segments. We're going to talk about our favorite gimmick drink and then number of bells. 1, 2, 5. I guess I'm going to keep track of all the stuff because let's give it to the guy who's got no functionality with math.
Hey, you pulled it off last week, so
yes, that's true. I did, but yeah, I took one vitamin too many. So
he got his Flintstone vitamins. He likes his Flintstone vitamins. Well,
I can't help it, man. Give me some Barney Rubbles.
Hey,
friend. All right, Canada Dry, you go first, my friend.
All right. My match of the night. I'm gonna go with MJF and Dustin Rhodes. I enjoyed this match. My segment of the night is Hangman Adam Page and MJF after this.
Yeah.
Thought it was amazing. I'm going to give this show 4 bells. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Didn't hate it. And my favorite gimmick drink, I don't know if you guys ever had these candies when you were a kid called bottle caps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at my friend's house, and his wife comes up to me. She's like, "Can I make you a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure you can." She, I don't. She doesn't tell me what she's making me. She goes, "Here, try this." I start drinking it. Tastes like the bottle cap candies.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's called the bottle cap, and it's freaking awesome. And I got drunk as a skunk.
Yeah. All right. Let's go, Lord Ron Rich.
My match of the night is also MJF and Dustin Rhodes because I just really enjoyed it. My segment of the night was Harley Cameron because it was just so good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that because I forgot all about it.
I'm gonna give it 3.8 bells tonight. It was a solid show. Just felt like maybe missed it a little bit, and I didn't like how it ended.
Yeah, ending's important.
My favorite gimmick drink, I would have to say. This is a drink that my father used to like to buy rounds for at the bar during karaoke. And that's a pink pussy.
Ooh.
What is a pink pussy? Tell us all what a pink pussy is.
It is a little bit of I can't remember all the way, to be honest with you. I can't remember all the way, but it's very delicious and strawberry tasting.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
What's the main alcohol? Do you know?
I think it's vodka.
Oh, probably. Sounds like it.
I think so.
All right. It's my turn. Favorite match of the night
You got the scores so far, JB?
Huh?
You got the scores so far?
I'll have a score as soon as I give my rating.
Oh, yeah.
So my match of the night was MJF. My segment was the MJF Hangman Page segment. I even though I said I didn't like it, I like mayhem. I just like it when two guys just beat the living hell out of each other. Like, take my money. Here it is. I'll open my wallet. Just take it. Just beat the hell out of each other. There's a reason why I have 40 VHS tapes of Bum Wars. I'm just saying, like, let's get it on. I like watching people and I like violence. I'm not afraid to mention that I love violence.
Which match did you pick?
The MJF Dustin match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave it 3.5 bells. I thought the show was very disorienting. It felt like it took forever. The ending was, you're right, it was anticlimactic. The MJF Hangman Page should have ended that show. Because right now, that's your main story. Your other main story sucks big fat donkey balls. So
What was weird is they had the Prince Nana. We didn't talk about this. Prince Nana is telling Swerve that he's taking everything too personally.
Yeah.
I think we're beyond that, Prince Nana, when he puts a knife to your neck. And you, of all people, come on.
Anyways, our cumulative score, before I get to my adult drink, our cumulative score is 3.76. That's what our cumulative score is. My favorite drink. I have a thing where I don't beer as long as I can see you pour it, or you give it to me unopened, I'll drink it. I will not order a mixed drink if I'm at a table and I can't see the bartender make it. I'm really weird about it. But I have a drink that I make at home that I love, and it is it's a shot of either banana liqueur or banana flavored rum, and then you pour or you do 2 shots, and then you pour some cream soda
Oh,
on top of it. I call it a banana cream pie because that's what it tastes like.
Ooh.
It tastes like a banana cream pie. That's what.
Have you ever used 99 bananas?
I have used 99 bananas.
That
Yes.
would be good.
Yeah. So anything with banana and cream soda, it makes this banana
Okay.
cream pie.
nice.
So
Okay.
that's what I drink.
I know. We end the show $1:45 into it.
Wow. We had a lot of wrestling to talk about. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
We had a lot of wrestling.
We didn't talk about wrestling until the first half hour.
Guys, if you want to get in touch with us, there's multiple ways to do it. Just click on the connections.
Clickety-clack.
Just click on the links. They will take you all over the place that we're at. You know, you might wind up on a website where you can win a romantic date with the Canada Dry.
Hey, I got a new secretary today.
Yeah.
Steven Smell. I like this guy.
All right.
Steven Smell.
Bring him on the show.
Yeah,
Do you like
I think Steven Smell is going to be the guy.
Okay.
You know, I'm having trouble keeping these secretaries lately, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Hopefully
Lazy
Steven Smell
bums.
guy works out.
Helen, he better work out.
Helen,
You won't be threatening Helen.
nobody
Helen,
makes decisions.
Listen,
with
I
this.
told Helen umpteen times,
Yeah.
don't mess with me.
Yeah.
You know what? I walked into the break room today, and Helen was sitting there, and she's eating a sandwich, and the baggie said Rich Southwood on it.
I know. Guess what? Next time, it's going to be cat food in that sandwich.
Well, you don't tell her.
Oh, I'm going to tell her.
She's not going to eat it then.
Eat it.
I have been trying to be nice to Helen, try to have the same pee break time and the same lunch time. Like I always interact with her. So
Trying to get some FaceTime with the.
yeah.
with Helen.
So one time she asked me my advice, what color do I think you should paint the room? And I said, oh, you should paint it like a cocoa brown, like a cinnamon almost. You know, just make it nice and just warm and feeling. And so like, oh, that's awesome. She went online, she bought paint. I watched this transaction. I go and I leave and I come back a week later, chartreuse. That's what she painted in her office. A big FU to the JFB when she
It
went.
almost feels like she did it on purpose.
I told her chartreuse is for whores.
And you're
But you
right.
don't think that now, right?
No, I don't think that now.
No.
No, I would never call Helen a whore. May call her the B word occasionally.
Oh, she's used to that.
Yeah, well, that's way worse than what she's called us in the past.
Oh yeah.
That's the end of the show. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/F from wrestling. Get a couple
The
of
links are all down below.
all down below.
He's the almighty JP. He's the Lord Ryan Rich. And I'm the Cat F and Dry. Just keep fighting.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Tony Schiavone.